How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the final part of the 100% walkthrough for Lies of P. So here we go. We're about to face Simon Manus. This is not the final boss. There is a boss after this one. So we're gonna summon a Spectre. Go on in. This guy has big sweeping attacks with his big hammer. He has a red attack where he flies way up in the air. You can normally just kind of dodge out of the way. He has kind of like a ground AoE that you should stay clear of. Doesn't cover too much distance. Kind of stay away from it, but he does do a lot of sweeping attacks afterwards. And we'll go in the second phase. We'll talk about second phase when we get there.
Behold, this is Ergo. Is it not magnificent? Distilled immortality and a key that opens a world with no lies. A key that unlocks true evolution. Give thanks. Ergo is a gift from me, Simon Manus, who will transgress even God. Bow down to your God, who will be born now! Show me everything you have, Puppet of Geppetto.
Alright, so I find dodging his big swipes is easier than trying to perfect guard them. And the acid axe works well here, especially the Fable art on the blade. You can pretty much proc decay on him like right away if you hit him with it. As you see, he's got a lot of sweeping attacks. They are a little hard to tell, like, where he's gonna go with it, or when he's gonna swing. I find, anyway. And that's why I find that the dodging is easier than the perfect guarding. So this phase really isn't bad. The second phase is where he really goes crazy. In the second phase, you're going to want special purification ampules on because he can. I don't think you really need them, but he does do some attacks that can cause disruption. Here's the ground AoE, so you want to stay away from that. And then he does some sweeping attacks like while that's going off. So. So in the second phase, he still has the red attack where he jumps all the way up in the air. Okay, so there's first phase. He has lots of stuff going on in the second phase, and he can do multiple attacks at once. He has been nerfed after one of the patches, but he's still he can still be troublesome.
Behold, as I discard this fragile body.
This scene is pretty crazy.
Witness me as I grasp the power of a true god.
Pretty epic, right? Alright, so when he slams his hand in the ground like that, 3 pillars are gonna come popping out of the ground. There's the third one. Then he does a wave. You just saw him do. He does a sweeping attack still. Does like an overhead slam. We're just trying to get behind him right now. Okay, that you want to dodge. Those will cause disruption. And then he typically does that sweep afterwards. There's an overhead slam. Watch out for that. Again, the dodging through the attacks is, I feel, works better. Okay, there's a red attack. You can dodge that one too, but timing takes a little getting used to. So because it jumps so high up. There we go. Got it. There goes the corruption things. Now when he gets to these, you gotta be careful of because they'll come flying back at you. So careful of those. There's the wave. Okay, got that again. Now when he gets to about it, almost half health, he'll kind of change it up a little bit. He'll summon the yeah, here he goes. He'll summon the Hand of God. So now when you see the beam on the yeah, right there, you see that beam? So that's kind of telling you where the AoE is gonna come down, because the Hand of God comes down, yeah, and does that AoE. So you need to stay like across that arena from the beam to try and avoid that AoE. And it comes down periodically, so if you start to see particles flying around, you know you gotta get out of the way. Yep, here it comes again. It normally starts like where you're standing, so you just gotta kind of run away from it. Okay, this you need to run to the side to avoid. Those cause disruption as well. Red attack again. Go for the wave. Not a red attack. Watch out for those. Dodge. Go for that overhead slam. Comes the Hand of God again. Those are pretty easy to run away from, those projectiles. The one that's difficult is the ones that he throws out and then they come back to you. If you get hit with those, they pretty much kill you right away. Dodge. The AoE again. And here are those pillars, so just keep running from those. 2. And he caught me with the third one, because, see what I mean? He likes to do, like, consecutive, like, attacks while other things are going on, unfortunately. Watch out for these. Comes the AoE. Dodge. Go, hit him with the acid. Hopefully that will tick his health down. Get away from the AoE. Stagger. Oh, there we go. Nice, nice finish. The grindstone, obviously, that helps your weapon with the stagger attack. That's potentially useful here as well. I think I may have had it on. I didn't use it though.
So, it comes to this. The Blue Fairy, Sophia, decides the winner. Truly, I envy you. The puppet, my Sophia, keeps turning back time to save. Is it her sense of duty, or her contempt for me? Or does she truly care for you? I gave up predicting Sophia's actions long ago. But I'd like to hear your thoughts. Sophia, what have you done to her?
So this is a lie playthrough, so you can say I liberated her.
I see the lies have gotten to you.
He knows you're lying now.
I know how to read memories. Your clumsy lies are pointless. So let's try the truth. Knowing the truth of people's minds is a curse. I would not have been able to bear it if it weren't for Sophia. Her pure heart was a tonic for my pain. That's why I wanted her. I did. But I couldn't have her in the end. So I tried to use this power to hold her. Even if these hands never could. It's fine if I'm gone. But be warned. Watch out for Geppetto.
Now, if you answer the other way and you say that you gave her peace, you can do that in your truth playthrough. You're going to get a achievement for that. So he told us to watch out for Geppetto. Now, most of you probably know
Now
that
him, he
we
really
have a
scared me.
Gehrman
human
situation
becoming
on
a
our
god?
hands with Geppetto.
Terrifying. But a puppet becoming a human, now you have my attention. Suit yourself, but it sounds fun to me. I wonder, what'll happen now? I sure don't know. But I do know one thing. You're stuck with me, and I'm stuck with you, pal. Wouldn't have it any other way.
Now, the fact that the game has multiple endings, if you are on PlayStation or PC, you are able to do some scum saving. to save yourself from doing a third playthrough. And because you get a choice here as to with Geppetto.
That's...
So you can knock out 2 of the endings right now. Unfortunately, really can't do that on Xbox. So people on Xbox, you may need to do 3 playthroughs unless you know something I don't about how you can do saves coming there. So we're going to level up advance again. Okay. So we're going to put on our trusty sidekick, the electric coil, MVP of the game. And we're also going to be putting on the Puppet Destroyer's amulet. Because in true fashion, when you refuse Geppetto's offer here, you're going to be fighting your puppet. Let's see. As far as defensive parts go, put on that because that's, yeah, it has better everything. Yeah, we'll put on that. Okay. So let's see what Papa Geppetto has to say. Actually, let's switch the grindstone to the stagger attack. I guess I didn't have that on. Could be useful here though.
I knew you could do it. We have all the ingredients we need. I dreamed of this day for so long. The moment you'd come back to life. You can be human again. By using that vast supply of ergo and the arm of God. I just need the final ingredient. The one that holds your memories and your lifespan. Your heart.
Mm-hmm.
If you give me your heart, all these trials and tribulations will be over. You have been a brilliant and a good boy. As your reward, I shall turn you into a real boy. Give me your heart, son.
Okay. So if you refuse, you fight the Nameless Puppet. If you give your heart, the game will end and you will get the bad ending, which I will tell you, that ending is pretty wild, so
I believed you were a good
won't spoil
boy,
anything.
but you insist on breaking my heart. Well, I suppose Carlo was mischievous. It seems you inherited his personality instead of his memories. But a father always looks after his children. Even naughty ones that must be punished, like you. In my own way, I grew to love you. After all, you're the puppet who would bring my son back to life. I'm disappointed in you. I didn't mean for this to happen. I believed you were a good boy. If you refuse, then I'll have to retrieve it myself. my son.
There he is.
You can become a real human.
Alright, so obviously, perfect guards are going to be your friend here. May take some time. This flurry of attacks here is actually probably one of the easiest to get perfect guards on. That's a little harder. Those are a little bit faster.
Memories within you.
Okay, that staggers them pretty good. So get charge attacks in when you can. It's going to be your best bet. And use Fulminous too to get little... Try and get little zaps in. It's going to help you as well. Especially in the second phase. I missed that red attack. They see the charge attacks are definitely going to be your best bet here. Give him a little zap too after the stagger. Like that. Now you want to stay on top of this guy because he, in the first phase, he will heal if you're too passive. Now your weapon durability is going to become a concern as well. You want to try and sharpen your weapon like right at the end of phase 1 if you can. It's a little risky because he has, while you're doing that, he does have the potential to heal. So it's kind of up to you. Or if you want to try and do it at the beginning of phase 2, that's really the only chance you're going to have. He's on you like white on rice in the second phase. Alright, so second phase. There are a couple of red attacks. They are kind of difficult and very delayed to get a perfect guard on. So there's one where he crosses... His sword becomes 2, and he crosses his swords, and he does like a charge attack.
How dare you?
There is like a little twitch before he goes to hit you, and you can perfect guard that right there. So it's very hard to get that. Sometimes I don't get it. As far as the attacks here goes, and getting perfect guards, I would recommend doing like pressing and releasing the block button. So sometimes you're going to get the perfect guards and sometimes you're not. But if you time it correctly and you get the perfect guards, you're certainly going to get your health back because we have built this character to have good guard regain and good perfect guard health back. So again, using the Fulminous to get little pop shots in there when you can, get some damage in. There we go, we got a stagger. Now the other red attack, after you get a stagger, you want to back off because he does an AoE like that. The other red attack, he will kind of have a delayed like slam down. And again, that one, you can dodge that at the right time, but it's kind of difficult to perfect guard too. Takes some getting used to. Now he's not going to heal himself in this phase, so that's a plus. As you see, you can't get greedy with attacking him. One or two swings, probably just one, but depending on your weapon, you may be able to get 2 in there. As you see, my weapon is in a bad state right here. Don't know if I'm going to have time to get a grind in. Hopefully I can take him out here before I need to. The AoE. Oh, I think my weapon officially broke. Yep, it did. Alright. Well, he's almost gone. There we go. Beat it with a broken weapon. So, like I said, it will take some time to get used to that fight, but very cool fight in my opinion.
Were you going to destroy Carlos' heart?
So that was Geppetto's plan all along. He created Pinocchio to gather a massive amount of ego. Massive amount of ergo, beat Simon Manus so he could get the arm of God. Just so he could bring his son back to life.
Sorry.
Now, depending on which playthrough you're doing, if you're doing the lies playthrough or the truth playthrough, dialogue could change there. On the truth playthrough, he's going to scold you and say you're just a worthless puppet. Now, this ending is probably the better one. Probably the best one, I should say. It gives a glimmer of hope for Krat and Pinocchio, and well, you'll see in a second. As we're walking along here, we see a puppet that very much resembles Sophia. And Pinocchio decides to sacrifice that ergo that he's carrying around in his heart and give it to Sophia, thus sacrificing himself. However, you notice here, he twitches a bit. Now, earlier in the series, I mentioned the Saintess statue. This scene right here is what that resembles.
It's so good to see you.
So that ending gives new hope to City of Krat, new life essentially to Sophia, and new life to Pinocchio. So, game is absolutely fantastic. At this point, obviously, like I said, you do need to do 2 playthroughs. You should have most of the trophies by now, so probably about 75% or so. I will certainly notate in the comments how to get the additional records and stuff that you need to get in New Game Plus to get the other achievements. But it's really, really straightforward. Now, once the credits roll, and I'll put this in the comment as well, you don't want to start New Game Plus quite yet. You want to go back to the hub and get a couple additional trophies before you start your next playthrough. So those are kind of missable if you jump straight into New Game Plus. So we're gonna skip through the credits here.
I have a final report on the Krat experiment.
You certainly took your time, Paracelsus. Your findings?
I think we have a new brother. A new type of humanity, so to speak.
There are many forms of eternal life.
It's intriguing and worth further observation.
Noted. And we'll have to get his arm back anyway.
I'm counting on it. Expect another report at the next meeting. Paracelsus returning. Ah, and when I return, I will find her. For sure. Another key of ours. Dorothy.
So as I said, Janjo, not all that he appears. So a little teaser for the DLC. Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz coming to Krat. Alright, so like I said, you don't want to go directly into New Game Plus, but this is the message telling you what carries over and what doesn't. So we want to go back to the hotel and wrap up a couple final trophies. Not final, but the last ones that we can in this initial playthrough. So first off, you do get some post-game dialogue from everybody.
You have been such a great help to Master Vanini. I will do my best to be of assistance in return.
Okay.
This great disaster, the Krat crisis, has left no one unaffected. But it's over now, thanks to you. We are all in pain. We're all hurting. But now it's time to begin healing. I will do everything I can to help. Together, compagno, I think we really can make Krat, if not the entire world, a better place.
All right. Let's go to you, Jenny.
So much has happened. It's bewildering. But it feels like there is hope. Even here in godforsaken Krat. It's all because of you. So thank you. Though I suspect you haven't told me everything. I just want safety for everyone at the hotel. That's why I should make sure you're well armed. If you...
Okay. Now, you want to come over here and play the piano. You'll get a trophy. Like I was saying, when you do the save scumming, and let's say you give your heart, you would let the end play out, credits roll, and you would come back here to the hotel again. You will get a note up on Geppetto's desk and an achievement tied to that. You can play the piano there as well, so you get those two trophies. And then once you load your game save again, you fight the Nameless Puppet and get whatever ending, what in respect to the lies or truth playthrough that you're doing, you would come back here again and get any associated trophies. In this case, since we did a lies playthrough, we're going to have a note upstairs from Sophia, a blue butterfly note. We'll get a trophy for that. And over here.
Oh, did I scare you? It's me, Hugo. This whole thing has inspired me. I'm going to try to be the Aladoro of a new generation. I will also keep looking for the relic's true owner. Check in with me anytime. A great weapon calls for a great... Sorry, no, pronouncements aren't my thing. As always, prove that you're worthy.
Okay. So from the Nameless Puppet, we can get, well, that club is from Simon, and it has Ergo Release. I haven't really played around with this at all. You guys will have to let me know if it's any good. Obviously, strength weapon scales with A in strength, and it has Endure. That's the handle art. Now, the Nameless Puppet for an amulet gives immunity to all attribute status ailments. That is huge. If you want to take that into New Game Plus, I would definitely recommend that you would do that. And then Simon's is another amulet, increasing Fable Arts. And the Nameless Puppet gives the Proof of Humanity sword, which is pretty awesome. Good weapon with critical attack and BB scaling in motivity and technique. And the grind increases the critical attack. So all good stuff there.
I've made up my mind. I am going
Belle?
to keep living, to honor Atkinson's sacrifice. Someone needs to tell everyone out there what happened in Krat. I'm gonna look for a way out again. Thanks for all your help. I hope Krat finds fortune soon.
Yeah, so going into New Game Plus, I would really recommend the amulet to the immunity to all status effects. Despite loving that Proof of Humanity sword, I would definitely say going in for a second playthrough with that amulet is pretty invaluable. And we got a note right here from Janjo. You can still buy golden or stuff from your golden coin fruit right there, as you would from him. So if you stock up for New Game Plus or what have you. Like I said, we're gonna get a trophy in here. The note on the desk here from Sophia. You have to read all 3 pages in order for that trophy to pop. You should be doing that for anything. Like, there's other notes that gives you gestures once you read all the pages. So that is about it, guys, for Lies of P. Once again, I am sad that this has ended. I've had a blast doing this walkthrough. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. And hopefully it has helped some of you get the platinum trophy. And I'm running around looking for the cat because there is a interaction with him that you basically hug the cat. And I am not sure what the cat is. But it's pretty nice, actually. But anyway, like I said, I hope this was helpful. Let me know in the comments if you guys have any questions. I will be sure to answer them. So hopefully you are all doing well. Hopefully you enjoyed. Stay tuned. More coming at you. Take care.